Hello everyone, back to another reading vlog. So I haven't done one of these in a while. I feel like I say that, I do like one a month, but I'm focusing on 2 books this week. Cozy type of mood. I haven't been reading a ton. I've been kind of in a slump, if you will, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. But a book I just started is Mixed Signals by B.K. Boris, and this is the 3rd book in her Love Light series. I have read the 1st book. I've not read the 2nd one, but the 3rd one just appeals to me the most. And I think with series like this, where it's kind of interlocking characters, if you will, I think it's okay to kind of read out of order. I think it's okay to read out of order if you want to. So this one is like about a baker and a guy that fake date. Heard it's really cute, so that's what I'm gonna read. And then the other one is a new release, Chalks and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. This is the prequel to Legends and Lattes, which I love and adore. This is about Viv. I think she's working in a library. So I think both of these together are gonna be super, super cozy, and I'm very excited to read them. So we're gonna have a week of reading and mom lifing and cooking and trying to juggle it all, but failing mercilessly. But I do wanna thank the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura is an easy-to-use app that includes everything you need to keep safe online. Aura protects you from scammers and hackers by scanning the so-called dark web, where criminals can sell your stolen information, like your bank card, your social security number, like anything they can get a hold of, they will. And Aura protects you from that. Not only that, it alerts you fast if they find anything, which is something you always want, because you don't want somebody to just be like having your bank information for like weeks at a time, or your social security number. You want to be notified ASAP. They also help you fight back with those annoying websites that love to make your personal information public. Isn't that fun? You know, stuff that you don't want people to know of, your your name, all that kind of stuff. Aura will help you with those sites that are like that, because there's a lot of those out there. They will automatically request removal of your information, and it also helps reduce robocalls. As someone that has suffered a ton of robocalls, like so many, Aura has helped me a ton with that, because nobody wants an unwanted phone call. I feel like this day and age, whenever our phone rings, we're like, oh my gosh. And you don't even want it, and you don't want it to be especially somebody that you like, a scammer out there. You don't want that. Aura also offers you near real-time alerts on any suspicious credit card inquiries. Like if they think your credit card maybe is with somebody else, like in a different state or something, they will let you know, which is amazing. Their amazing VPN allows you to stay anonymous online and keeps your browsing history and personal information encrypted, which is always a good thing. Like browsing history safe, personal information safe, encrypted, like win, 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 win. And it also even helps you to help monitor what your kids do on their devices. I have a 9-year-old who is constantly online, whether it be different apps and things like that, and I always try to monitor it. You can restrict certain apps, you can set screen time limits, even set focus times to ensure your child is doing homework and not mindlessly perusing on YouTube or another like gaming app or something. As a mom, it's super important for me to monitor my son's screen time. I try to set a limit. I try to do that, and Aura helps me with that a ton. So let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online. You sign up right now, Aura will give you a free 2-week trial using the link down below. Go to aura.com/bookables to get your free 2-week trial. Be sure to check out Aura and start being safe online today. It's never too late to do it. So I'll see you guys when I have something to update with reading right now. Something to update you with reading, but right now, this is what I got. No, get out of here. But I'll see you guys when I see you. For dinner tonight, I'm having leftover soup. This does not look appetizing at all like this, but I promise you, this was freaking delicious. I made this soup called Zubo Toscano. It's a very popular Olive Garden soup. I'll link the recipe down below because it was amazing. With potatoes, Italian sausage, bacon. It was delicious. And also, I have to thank Soup for leading me to Seinfeld, one of my favorite shows. I know, I've always heard of Seinfeld, but hold on. I've always heard of Seinfeld, but never got into it. And then I was cooking one day, and I was making soup, and I remembered that there was a clip from Seinfeld that was like, I'm shifting into soup mode.
Shh, I gotta focus. I'm shifting into soup mode.
Oh, God. Like, I just have seen it. And so, like, I used in that clip, and I was like, you know what? Let me watch this episode randomly. And you know what? It's still, to this day, my favorite episode of Seinfeld.
You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year. Next!
And it really made me think, oh, I actually do like Seinfeld, because I always thought it was just the most stupidest show ever, but I watch it once a year now. I'm actually in a rewatch right now. So thanks, Soup, for that. But either way, I'll link this. It doesn't look appetizing, but it's freaking delicious, I promise you, down below. Hello, everyone. So I am officially 50% of the way, halfway through Mixed Signals. I was like, I forgot the name of the book, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a cute small town romance. Like I told you guys, it's the third book in the Love Light Farms. I skipped the second book. I am going to read it. I just felt like reading the third one. I know it's reading out of order. I think with these, you kind of already know who's going to get together. So, you know, this one just interested me more. So I don't know if I've told you exactly what this book is about. So it's about a character named Layla who owns the bakehouse at Love Light Farms, like this Christmas tree farm. And this book takes place in summer. So perhaps I should have read the other one first. I don't know. But she owns the bakehouse, and she, at the beginning of the book, is just not having the best love. She's just not having the best luck with love. You know, in the first book, you see her, you know, be happy for different couples, and she's like, when is it going to be my turn? And then a guy that we've seen also and all throughout these books is Caleb, who is just the nicest guy ever, and you can tell has always harbored a crush on Layla. And he comes up with the idea, like, let's just, you know, date for a month, you know? That way you can be treated nicely. You can maybe give me feedback on how I date, because I want to eventually find somebody, even though, like, obviously he wants her. And you can just clearly tell, like, they're gonna get real feelings. But it's super cute so far. They have great chemistry. It's very Gilmore Girls-esque, like, because of the small town, because everyone knows everybody. There's, like, a phone tree where, like, instead of, like, important information, it's just, like, a gossip phone tree, which seems like something Miss Patty and Babette would do in Gilmore Girls, which they probably do. But it's cute so far. I'm enjoying it. I should probably be done with it, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm having a little bit of a crisis. Not really a crisis. I have just somehow gotten to one of these YouTube holes, and that happens to me every so often. So just bear with me here, because I'm just gonna die. So a couple weeks ago, I watched the movie Five Nights at Freddy. It was on Peacock, and I've heard a lot about the game and the books and all that, and I was like, I'll watch it. And plus, you know, it had PETA from Hunger Games in it, so I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't scary. They could have made it a lot scarier, but I was, you know, after watching it, I was like, man, I know there's a lot of different games with Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm not a gamer. I never really have been, but I was like, you know what, I bet there's a lot of gameplays on YouTube, and I just wanted to kind of figure out the lore, because I know there's, like, secret meanings and different games that equal different things, and I'm in deep. I have been watching Markiplier's, which, if you don't know, he's a really big gamer. He's kind of like PewDiePie, you know, that kind of stuff. I just randomly pick his because I've heard of him before. And his freaking Five Nights at Freddy's playlist is like 200 videos. It's a lot. And I'm in the middle of it, and I am quite addicted. Like, I will watch them, and I'm like trying to figure out like each meaning of different things, and I'm like, who am I? And I have to see this through, and that's what's taking up my time. And it shouldn't, because I should be reading or doing more meaningful things. But every now and again I get into that YouTube like binge hole where I have to like complete something that makes no sense. Like, will I ever play this game? No. Will I ever read the books? No. But here I am. I'm gonna watch all the freaking gameplay videos. Like, I don't know. Who am I? But either way, I'm having a good time. Hopefully I'll be done with it soon, because I should probably move on with my life. But that's my update for right now, is I'm halfway through the book, and halfway through this Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. If you've been there, let me know. Please tell me I'm not alone in this. I can't be. I cannot be. But I will hopefully update you soon with finishing this book. I have to. I need to read it. So future me coming here, I have not finished the playlist. I kind of gave up on it because there were so many, but I did finish most of it, and I will tell you my favorite videos and my favorite game, I think, even though I haven't played it. My favorite game would have to be the Help Wanted, the VR experience. I thought that was just amazing. I thought that was really cool. I also really enjoyed Sister Location because it was very different in storytelling. And I like the first two, honestly. And those I think are my favorite. I have not watched, I think, the latest two games, but nevertheless, I'm interested. If they make more movies, I will watch them. Hello, everyone. So, quick update. I did actually finish a book. Who shocked? Me. I did finish Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. So, I told you guys what it was about. I would give this a 4 out of 5. It was super cute. Hi. I would give this a 4 out of 5. It was super cute. I did read them out of order. I will probably read the second book next. That one's called In the Weeds. That one follows Beckett and Evie's story, and then I learned that there's going to be a fourth book coming out. It says it's already supposed to be out, but I don't think it's being released. It's going to be released till like maybe June of 2024, and that one follows Stella, who was in the first book's brother, and Beckett's sister. So I'm pretty excited about it. If you just want like a small town romance, kind of a la Gilmore Girls, this one was steamy, which I was not expecting because Love Light Farms really wasn't. And it wasn't like overly steamy, but it was really, I think it was done tastefully. It was really done well. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Super cute. Love the characters. Love the relationship. I enjoyed it. So moving on to my next read, and that is Bookshops and Bone Dust. Like I told you guys, this is the prequel to Legends and Lattes, which I loved. I don't know anything about this. It says she's wounded during the hunt for a powerful necromancer. She has to recuperate in a sleepy beach town. And then she spends her hours at a bookshop. And I don't know. Summer fling, skeletons, I don't know. Super cute, like it's set in a bookstore. I love Viv, and I'm very interested about it. I did start a physical book. I don't know if I'll finish it or not this vlog. I don't know. And that is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. This apparently was really popular on TikTok. Like it was like kind of a series, the Assistant to the Villain, and she decided to make it into a book. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok that much. I'll just be honest with you. But I don't know. I'm just in for the mood for a lighthearted. I don't know. I've been in such a weird reading funk for like the past month where I just have been so blah on reading, and that's probably the second time it's happened to me this year. And I wish I could say 100% certain. You want to hold this book? 100% certain why, but it happens. It sucks. That's the end of the year. I'm trying to get to my goal. I would like to read 100 books this year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but whatever. I don't know. I was going to go with that, but yeah, I've been just reading slowly. Like it's already like kind of mid-November, and I just finished my third book. So it's not going as good as I thought it was. So here's to hoping that maybe my reading will kick in soon. But that's my reading plans for right now. Say bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Hello, everybody. Quick update time. There's my son right there. So I'm in the middle of 2 books. I'm not in the middle. I mean, I just started them. So, Bookshops and Bone Dust is my ebook. I am literally 33 pages into it, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's going to be a fast, easy, cozy fantasy kind of read. I'll tell you more about it the more I get into it. Right now, it's just starting, so the plot really hasn't kind of shown itself yet, but it's really cute. I'm expecting to love it because I really loved the first book in this series, so I'm really expecting that. This book, I am 50 pages into it, and it's interesting. I find myself skimming it a lot, and I think that's because of the writing. It is not very well written. I don't know if this author, I believe it's her first book, and I believe that she had no intentions of being an author. Oh, she's a fantasy romance author and a book talker with a propensity for villains. Developing the viral Assistant to the Villain TikTok series into a book. So I think that this was, you know, kind of an idea that spawned from TikTok, which there's no shame in whatever, but I just don't know if it's well written. It is, you know, it's got some interesting parts to it. It's literally what the title says. It's about Evie, who is an assistant to the villain. That's his name. You don't know him as any name but the villain. It's kind of set in like medieval times, you know, and he also has, he works in a, he works in a castle, and he's got a whole bunch of people that work for him, and she's his personal assistant. You could tell there's romance between them because they really, you know, she really likes him. I mean, it's just, there's a good chance I might DNF this. I'm just gonna be fully transparent with you. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just find myself skimming it because there's not just a lot of oomph to it for me to like, I don't know. I don't want to be like, this book's horrible, because I don't want to do that. I don't know. I'm going to have to read a little bit more and make my decision. I might just try to power on through because it's not a horrible book by any means. I just don't think it's super well written, which is the biggest thing I have with it. Like, there's no real plot yet. It seems to be kind of meandering. Not a lot's happening. So, I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow I would like to get through halfway both of these. Will that happen? Probably not. But here's the hope. Hello everyone. It's been a few days.
No!
My son is in the room with me.
No!
It's gonna be loud, so sorry. Okay, quiet. Mama's talking. So, yeah, I just reading vlogs. I always have such high expectations for them, and then it turns out that I vlogged the week that it's just not really reading friendly for me. It's just it's a hard season of life for me right now. It's a hard season of life for our family right now. It's just tough. You guys know my son is autistic, and you know, if you're a parent, if you're a special needs parent, if you're a parent, you just get it. It's a very hard season of life right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. So reading has really taken kind of a back seat because I've been just focusing on things, but I'm gonna do my best to finish these books. Like, I am gonna do my best. It has taken me over a week now, so it's just yay. I do want to update you. So I would say, officially a little bit over halfway through Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baltry. I'm on page 191. I believe this book has about 333 pages, so I only have like 130 pages to go. So my plan today is to finish this. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking it. I'm not surprised I'm enjoying it at all. Sorry, it's chaotic in here. But I will tell you more about it when it's a little bit quieter. But so far, right now, I'm really enjoying it. I am also, oh crap, I don't even know what page I'm on. I'm on page 160 of Assistant to the Villain. This one is okay. I can already tell you right now it's either going to be like a 2.5 or a 3-star for me. It'll very much shock me if it becomes a 4-star, I'll tell you that. It's just like I told you guys, the writing's not the best. We're getting a little bit more plot, but it's just meandering. Like, I feel like it's kind of really about nothing. And I guess you could say the same for like Travis Baltry books. Like, it's a cozy fantasy. Both of these kind of are cozy fantasies, but I think the writing in this one's so much better. The side characters are so captivating, and you love the setting. You just are drawn into this world, where this one, it's a little bit like, I'm not really resonating with the side characters or any of the main characters. It's okay. It's not just amazing. Main goal, like I said today, is to finish this one. And then after that, hopefully by today's Sunday, by Tuesday, I'll finish this one. And it will take me like over 2 weeks to finish 3 books. And that's my life right now. I gotta go because it's loud and crazy in here. But if you get it, you get it. I'm just trying to be realistic and also as private as possible because I like to share my personal life, but not a lot of it, you know? So I'll see you hopefully in a quieter time. It is the next day and I did it. I finished both books. I'm very shocked, but hey, okay, hold on. I did it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about them because I really haven't told you about them. I've told you what I'm feeling about them and things like that. So we're gonna start off with the good. We're gonna get in with the bad. So there's that. Oh, thank you. So first up, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baltry. As I've told you, this is the prequel to Legends and Latte, which thank you, I forgot in the living room. But if you don't know, Legends and Latte, the first book in this series, is all about an orc named Viv who is kind of done being a mercenary. She's done fighting. She wants to hang up her sword, and she wants to open up her own coffee shop in a world where coffee is just kind of being discovered, I guess you could say. So it's very heartwarming and stuff like that. So this takes place many, many years before Legends and Lattes, when Viv is just starting as, I want to say it's a mercenary. She's part of this group where they kind of just get paid, like they're bounty hunters almost, if you will. They get paid. I think at the beginning of the book, they're trying to find a necromancer to kill her, and Viv gets injured right at the beginning of the book, and she can't really go on for a while. So the Rackham, I think that's the guy who is the whole gang of it, he puts her up in this very small seaside town called Merck for her to heal for a few weeks until they come back, and then, you know, she'll go on with the group. But she cannot go on right now because she can barely walk. So she is very dismayed about this at first because she's like, I want to get back into fighting. I'm an orc. It's what I do. But she learns how to love this town. She meets friends, and it is just, again, like Legends and Lattes, so heartwarming, so adorable. I really enjoyed it. Just like with Legends and Lattes, the side characters of this one are great. I will say I think I like the side characters more in this one than Legends and Lattes. I don't know. They're both really good. But Viv meets a slew of people in this small seaside town. She meets this, I don't know what they call it, a ratkin. It's like a rat and a cat named Fern, who owns this really old bookshop, and it's kind of dilapidated. It's not good, and she starts helping out there while Fern gets Viv into reading. And Viv has never really thought about reading, but you know, as a person that loves, I'm sure a lot of us, we love reading, but we also love recommending. Like, it is a pure joy to recommend someone a book and then they tell you how much they enjoyed it, and you feel like, oh my gosh, yes, I brought, you know, happiness to that person's life. You know, they read something that I thought they would like and they really enjoyed it, and you feel kind of a good fruition about that, if you will. And that's exactly what it was with Fern. Like, Fern really gauged Viv. She's like, all right, I'm gonna start her with like a really heavy duty battle book, and then I'm gonna go into one where maybe it's not so battly, but the battle's between two relationships. And then I think the last book she ended with was like a mystery thriller, and I was like, this is just so cool. You got little snippets from the book she was reading from time to time, but Viv would just devour a book, and it was just really awesome reading that. So like I said, Viv helps out in this bookshop a lot, and she also, there's also like this Griffet where it's like a half pug, but it's also kind of like a griffin or something, like an owl, if you will, named Pot Roast, which I don't know. But either way, it's fun. She starts maybe kind of a fling with the gnome that owns the bakery, Maylee, and it just kind of goes on from there. And it's just, again, really adorable. It does have a little bit of fighting in it because the necromancer comes back into play. But again, I really liked it. If you were just looking for a cozy fantasy that is just that cozy with some fantastical elements that are not too deep but are just really warm and cozy, this is a great series. Like, I hope he continues more with it. If he wants to delve into different characters that we've kind of already met, I would be totally okay with that because I just love his writing and I love the settings, and it was great. I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I did like Legends and Lattes a little bit more, but they are both pretty awesome in my opinion. Like, the plot is really not 100% there for me, but to me, the side characters, the setting kind of make up for it in my opinion. So again, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Very happy to have read it, and I'm glad I'm done with it because I have been struggling with reading. And then we have, let me open it. Okay, and then we have the not so good news, Assistant to the Villain. I really struggle with this book. I'm not gonna lie to you. I skimmed some of it. I know that's not the best to say, but I did because it really didn't have that strong of a plot. It didn't have that strong of characters. I just wasn't really invested in it. In this book, it's kind of set in medieval times, kind of think of like King Arthur, if you will. We have a character named Evie, and she has just recently lost her job. Her dad is sick. She has a younger sister, so she is like the sole provider for her family. And she's like, crap, I need a job. And she stumbles upon the forest one day where you're really not supposed to go because the villain kind of lurks in there and evil things. And who does she run into but the villain? And she immediately is attracted to him. Like, okay. And then, they get into like a tussle with some guards, and he offers her a job to become his assistant. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, why not? And I'm like, okay. And so, that's the very beginning of the book. Then it picks up 5 months later to her being the assistant. He lives in this kind of old castle where he has like a whole freaking staff. And I'm like, how do these people explain that they work for the villain? Like, do they just, and you don't ever really know his name. Everyone refers to him as the boss or villain. And I'm just like, you do learn his name eventually, but basically the whole plot is someone's being a mole inside of this workforce and trying to take the villain down because it's always the villain versus the king, and somebody is getting intel inside his inner workings and he's trying to figure out who it is, and that is about it. And it was, how many pages was this book? It was over 300 pages, which is not a long book for like a fantasy. In fact, I'd say it's kind of a short fantasy book. 100 pages could have easily been shaped. Oh, I'm not like, yay, get that mashup book. No, I don't want to do that because there's an audience out there for every book. Somebody would probably really enjoy this. I'd say if you're a huge fan of like, I would say Once Upon a Time, but it doesn't have a ton of magical elements into it. It has some, but not a ton. But the plot wasn't really strong for me. I didn't think the writing was very strong for me. The characters weren't very strong for me. Like, you can tell from the get-go, both the villain and Evie like each other. They are smitten for each other. And there's one point when like it's from the villain's point of view where Evie sneezes and he's like, and everything in that room became like an enemy to me because it caused her to sneeze. And I was like, I don't know if that's like exactly what you're going for here. But like, it's like so obvious that they like each other, and like, I think this was actually nominated for the Goodreads Award, like for the first round I think they just added a category romantic fantasy, and I don't think it fits the bill at all for this. There was really no romance in it. The second book, we'll probably delve into it more. If that gets nominated for that, then I would, understand that. But there was no romance in this book, which is not a bad thing, but don't put it nominated for a romantasy when it wasn't. That is just me. I mean, good Lord, this had more romance in it than this, and this wasn't even really about romance at all. So, I don't know. I'm just going to be straight with you. I gave it a 2 out of 5. I honestly would not recommend it, and that's a bummer. I was looking forward to it. I thought the plot was really cool, an assistant for a villain. It didn't really dive into that too much. It wasn't it for me. So, yeah. So, yeah, sorry for, again, another kind of meh vlog. I'm so good at those. I don't know. I always have high hopes, as I always say, and they always kind of just dissipate. It's just my life right now. It's a hard season of life, as I told you, and I just have to embrace that and just kind of go with it. So, yeah, I read 3 books. I don't know how long it took me, like a week and a half. But I did it, though, so yay. I would love to know if you've read any of these, what your thoughts are on them. That's it for me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.